I'm going to point out some different ways that I've been watching things happen in Facebook groups that I'm connected to. And what I'm going to tell you, this beginning story is how God has used a non-technical, everyday mom and has blessed me with people around me that helped me to move forward. And I had a very interesting conversation probably about 10 years ago in ministry, and a person honestly sat me down and said, you know, Connie, your limited technical ability is creating a smallness in your ministry. Now, this is what was the daily life for my husband, John. I would have a list of people to send attachments to when he came home, and I didn't know how to send an attachment on a computer. And he showed me maybe 20 times, and I still didn't get it. But something clicked when I brought in another person who wasn't my husband and said, do you have the patience to work with me to continually show me? So then now everybody rue the day that Connie ever figured out how to send an attachment, because I can send lots of attachments. But I realized that my inability to engage online with whatever the technology was going to limit my ability to connect and equip other people. So I found a friend who was willing to almost on a weekly basis come and show me how, and is still showing me how. So that's what I think I really love about the Southeastern District. We've put together people that are willing to walk beside us in what we're trying to learn. The backstory of how I got involved in this was I ended up working on a master's at Concordia, Chicago in church and community leadership, graduated December 2013. And in that time frame, the research area I was looking at was the faith formation of women. How is that similar to men? How is it different? What connects with generational learning? What are tools and implementation that would help women in their spiritual formation? And then I got down to the research part at the end, and I wanted to look at, this was my question, could we connect LCMS pastors' wives using social media? What would that look like? What would that study look like? Well, I couldn't get approval for my research work because there was no recent material published in Social Media World in December, that would have been December 2012, that had the word Pinterest in it. And I couldn't put a bibliography together that included the research area I wanted to look at. So who came to the rescue? It was Keith. And because of Keith and his connection with Meredith Gould and some of these books, I was able to put together a bibliography that the research panel accepted because the research question was so new, there was nothing published to research about it. So thankfulness to Keith, he is my book mentor that allowed the research to happen. So we looked at putting together a group of pastors' wives, and we had 35 women agreed to do the study for 6 months, and we connected on any place we could possibly connect online, email, Facebook, very few of them on Twitter. Wherever they were located, we had a common kind of study about what would this look like to be together. Could I be connected to a pastor's wife in Greenville, South Carolina, or Baltimore, Maryland? And what would that relationship look like if we spent time and energy? Then we came back and asked the question, 6 months later, what did we learn? Was it effective? What could we do better? And how can we help you? And the main thing that came out of the study, we want to do this. We see connections happen, but we need help. That was the main thing the study said. So in order to do the research, I had to create the social media areas to gather people. So out of that came the blog for the Southeastern District Women, came the Connections Facebook page, where we began to tell the stories of the women of the Southeastern District. So because of the research, all these online places to gather people were created.